Alright, good. Y'all some lovely motherfuckers here today. That wasn't sarcastic. There's no curses in these poems, so I had to get that one out. Yeah, so my name is Darkslim. That's my pen name. Not my real name. I'm not that cool. But I'm just gonna read 2 poems for y'all here today. The first one is titled "While Waiting to Be Asked If I Prefer My Love Curly." Every time I kissed and hugged you goodbye, I could hear Dink singing in the background like, I really want to be at peace with myself. I want to be able to tell such an honest joke that it makes Buddha cry tears while laughing. And I catch one in the vial before it falls. I wear it around my neck to cover the scars you left when you took what I tried to tell you was already yours. That guru's line's been steaming for a while now on a sill like a baked pie. Filled with the flavor humor I know you like. It ain't for anyone else, like everything I write. Lines that you tell me are beautiful. And I smile waiting to see if you were making a joke too. Like if you were just pretending my poems weren't full of you. And I ain't that one who could pluck the sun from above the clouds and place its shine and rest it on your breasts. Nah. Instead I pray on wobbly knees to a goddess not found in our sky, but the one that resides among the stars inside your chest. I speak to her with the truest voice I have in these poems. If you ever have a reason to hate me, I want it to be because I am too honest. There's only one role left for me to play now though. The friend you ain't care to have lost. Who found himself in the ruins of a fleeting one-sided romance, glued to the floor like a coin no one could lift off the ground. The wishing well of my youth went so dry, the poor wept till I drowned. The wishing well of my youth went so dry, the poor wept till I drowned, and emerged from the waves walking on the shore, a once ruined man who has been found. We tossed our dreams into a pot, and maybe you don't dream as much as I do, but I tried my best to pour in everything I had, and I know you held back, but I still rummaged through the cupboards and try to remake the same batch to match the aroma of the game we played because it was fun. And we're still funny when we want to be in secret. The secrets make lousy remedies for broken things, and secrets burn too hot, and burn holes through things, and beautiful, you mean too much to me. Yes, too much. To me, I know what that means, to have the picture frames adorning the walls of my mind, the moments no one else will ever get to see, singed at the corners by tainted memories, so it is I alone who weeps. And though the first day I saw you, started off with me crying in my room that morning, because I didn't think I had any reasons left to want to see another sunrise, is different this time. I didn't think I had much to lose back then. But losing you helped me see I got a hell of a lot of stories to tell. Like the one about how loving someone who doesn't love you back doesn't mean you gotta lose yourself. Somehow I made it this far with a broken heart and I'm still whole. Somehow you never told me a lie too big to swallow, nor did you ever sell me too short. Somehow we parted ways, and though I still feel raw about it and like I may be close to losing the alignment of the rack and pinion that is my soul, I'm on track with everything that I was made for. To love so hard and so easy that it confuses the weary ones who I adore. To write till I bleed. And let the words speak for me no matter who reads them. To wish you well. Even if I have to make that desire known only to myself in a way I can keep smiling and keep striving to wrestle my demons till they sleep and I can get some rest before dawn. I only need a little. All I've ever needed was a little. I never asked for more. Never will. And you might always be befuddled by why this thought is in my head, but to me, you'll always be the miracle I needed to break free enough to write this way. While you go that. I had to throw that in there. Like some people hate that word because it's overused, and then every once in a while it's not used. I didn't get kicked out of class using that shit. And the teacher didn't know an answer. I'd be like, did I befuddle you? That's a true fact. That's a true story. Alright, this one's called Lies I Told the Lord. It's cool. Right. I've promised 1,000 of my lifetimes to God. I promised to never again and to try my best and proclaim, but with your strength. Only just to find myself without the things or the people I once called my own. As I've grown, his face has changed in my mind's eye. I try and hide the truth as I pray. I tell him lies. I ask for things I know he won't provide. I tell him I love the world he's made, even though I find plenty of things not to like about it. Thank you for creating my eyes, I say, even though they have so often betrayed me. Even though I can barely believe what I see or have anyone left to reflect my sight into who would want to use their eyes to look into mine and say I love you and mean it and walk it and breathe it as I would. Thank you for creating my heart, I tell him, even though it's failed me more than I can count. Each beat might just be the tally of the amount, though locked in a cage within my chest, it breaks out and gives itself away as freely as if it was never tethered to my body's arteries and veins. The worst kind of pain is the one it makes me feel almost every day, especially when it whispers to my brain to conjure up the memories of those it tried to give itself away to, who simply said, no thank you. And now I act like they never knew you, as a man who was willing to open himself up to them, wanting some approval. Thank you for creating my hands, I shout, even though they only hold on to what I most want to let go. They never were strong enough to keep those I love close enough to show them how much I would give for them to never know even half the hurt I've had to swallow or half the cuts and bruises I've endured. My hands have caused more suffering than they've ever been able to provide comfort, and clasped before me now in prayer I realize the only locks they've ever been nimble enough to pick were the ones that let loose things I would have rather kept hidden. Thank you for creating my soul. And here's where I start to mean it, because I wouldn't even have the strength to cry if I didn't have my spirit. It's the one thing that's kept me going, the one light I got left being, and not even the darkest of my thoughts have ever made it dim. My soul is the only thing that truly believes in him. There must be hope, there must be peace if something so pure can reside within. Through loss and pain and hurt and loneliness, I still have the will to express the essence of my existence. My soul is the one thing that could survive even a moment in his presence. And whether God is a many or a few or a one or whatever, the lie I cannot tell about the Lord is that he was never there. My soul is evidence enough that there is something powerful somewhere. And if you've heard these words and your soul can relate to anything I've said, then maybe God exists inside ourselves. And you've heard my prayers.